From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. On 1st down, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's 2nd down.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A toss right to Henry. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that's caught by Smith. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith, 59 yards. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. On the ground, this is Williams. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. 7 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra football game. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. An Allen pass hauled in downfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, 74 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mahomes going to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Don't get nervous. 555, 555. Get that quarterback behind.
Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 72 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. On the counter, it's Henry. 1st down and much more for Henry. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
God damn.
Out deep for, and this is caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Titans are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's got daylight. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They run the counter. It's Henry, and he breaks through another tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10. On 1st and 10, Tannehill.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they run.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 68 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Butker on for the PAT. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Mike Vrabel saw him on the sideline. He didn't on 4th. He will find Davis. That's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker.
What's good, Drew?
Curious
Oh, you playing the Red game too?
for it doesn't pan out, turnover on downs. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That one complete to Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards, the final tally. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Oh, okay, you just got him? Oh, shit.
Now after the touchdown, here's
Yeah, I just started streaming like about 20 minutes ago. 18 minutes ago.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Hey, Drew, is my screen blurred?
Offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying
Give me
something.
that shit.
And now
Give me
this
that
is
shit.
intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he's given his guys a shot for late point.
PGA champions
Hold on, I'm coming, babe.
be called the loudest in the NFL. We are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A first carry now. This is Williams. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Mahomes to throw. It got his man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 76 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here's Lewis. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down now. We got 58. Watch the whip.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 34 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
23 yards on the play. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Now Williams. Preston Smith there on the stop.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 25 to Mike. Go, 20.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 30 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And some room to maneuver. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle,
Bro, just pick my place from me. I ain't impressed, man.
someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. This is Jones. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted.
Get up.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
They begin the drive with Williams. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
I guess nothing gonna happen when the guy has 2 number 26s on the same team. On the same time. On the field on the same team.
14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Mahomes now on first down. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here's Lewis. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if you decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. So we hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the
good, Jay. Nah, I don't play Ultimate Team.
of EA Sports. All right,
Hey, welcome to the stream. Let me show you that sub if you don't mind, bro.
Quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter.
You ready? You ready? You ready?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
I'm coming for you, son. 56 is the mic. Hey, me and you all day.
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones.
Nigga, I'm not stupid. I know you're ordering gym, bro.
Should be backed up to the 25.
You gotta figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Again, it's Jones. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, 76 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Easy work. It's easy work. It's coming. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Come
Jones.
Come here, nigga.
Of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher.
What's good, B-boy?
Check safety.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 56. Mike, 56. Here we go. Check.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there. And
This nigga be trying to stretch to the left to the for fucking longest, bro.
That deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Give me that shit.
Rodgers. And some room to work. And now
In
off
your
to the
face!
races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
We're back now in KC. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And here's Lewis. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Packers on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 34. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. There he goes.
That's what it is, baby. That's what
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
What's my score prediction for the Ravens and Steelers game? I got the Steelers winning by a field goal.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know.
I don't know the score though, but I got them winning by a field goal. A game-winning field goal.
I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like it.
It's caught inside the 25. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Rodgers now on 1st down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Trying to improvise. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Mike 56. Mike 56. And I got you. 56. 30. Check 56. Check. 56 Mike.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. And that's complete to Lewis. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. From 19 yards away. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Go.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle, taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, Williams. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 77 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves you out that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either.
And this is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for KC. 43 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the ground, this is Williams. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Williams. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
You. Check.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Now Mahomes. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Butker's kick here is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. And defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 75 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Williams. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throw right side complete to Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is... The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready, and off we go from uptown Charlotte. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
You gonna feed me in your nightmare. 50 seconds to my life. 50 seconds to life.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught at the 10. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 63 yards. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 70 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 73 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points.
Brandon, they just got the ball, and already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready to talk about the PAT. That was fast.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 8. Fields this way up at the 17. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. the gun, Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. And this is incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Motion, motion, motion. Slam, slam. Shift, shift. Kill, kill, kill. What? Twist. What?
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's got a man, complete. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore, 40 yards. And the Panthers are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this football game. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. Off the option, that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Brian Burns gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Well, he had the big run to get down there, so you got to let him finish it off, don't you?
I think so, but what I liked even more, the fact that he wanted to finish it off. How many times have we seen a guy break off a big run, and we see that universal sign where he's tapping his helmet to get me out of the game? No! Stay out on the field and enjoy the benefits of the success you created.
And he hits pay dirt because of it. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Save.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Put him on the bus. Let's put that team on the bus. 57 to fight.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Williams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. They still can't get him. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down. Now a man drafted and then let go by the Panthers. Harrison Bunker for the field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll bring him back within 4. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Tight end right. 4 down. Check.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. That's caught.
Nigga, are you serious?
And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And he's able to put it through. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The dangerous Hill now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distance.
He rifles one that's
Oh, this fucking game, man.
Rasul Douglas picks it, and his... From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with their opponents. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. He's going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They begin the drive with Williams. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They try the left side here with Williams. And he's got room. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 47 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Let me get that.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 33 yards that time. They'll run it with Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
15 yards on the play, 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 25 yards there on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the 1st half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get bold.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead 1st quarter, but their 1st misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for... And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, 37 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here.
3 buds.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around
incomplete.
the goal line on conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. On first down, Wentz. Deep ball for Goodwin. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 28. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Completes it to Hardman.
They're not even trying to do
And he'll
anything.
take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 33 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tano Passigno. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. He'll get this into the hands of Travis Fulgham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
All day, every day.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going to let this go deep for Jim. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 48 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. They'll turn to Sanders. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Hey, check, Mike 20.
From the 38, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll run on first down. It's Williams. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Flush to his right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Saidihenryjr was the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Ryger. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll try and throw for it here. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be...
I mean, it wouldn't matter because it was 4th down. Oh.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 4 down, 4 down.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Third and long for Rivers. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marcus Johnson, 72 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 63 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Catch made here by Campbell. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll move the chains. These two teams all tied after one. On 1st and 10, Rivers. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball. Pop.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts have taken the lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
And we got Mike, number 53, Mike, 53.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47th.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And he rifles one incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Cut.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
Right here.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the ground with Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Williams running left.
Oh, you gotta get on that block, man.
There to stop him was Darius Leonard. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike, attack. 53, Mike. Right here. 53 to Mike. 53.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, 15.
They give it to Williams, running right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. On the ground, this is Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the 2nd half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, easy, easy.
Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I'll tell you, as a defender, you've got to make life as difficult as possible when you're trying to cover a big tight end because you know his catch radius is huge. He's unable to pull that one in, though.
And he's got his man Hilton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton as the first half is winding down. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. And he puts it through. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's yellow. On the line. No chance. Color. Slam. Hey, yellow. Go. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Oh, you get it.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 26 yards on the play there. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs.
Yellow.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Shot before the half from Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Check. 53, Mike.
Now a play fake here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Mahomes will try again on second down. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
What we got?
Mahomes now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes.
Go to the wrong fucking person, bro.
It's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Quick throw here to Hilton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the rookie out of Wisconsin. This is Jonathan Taylor. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Tight down. There you go.
Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
He wasn't ready.
The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
We got 3. Slam. 0.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. The 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 50 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Long touchdown run there. Those are the ones that if you're a tailback in warm-ups, you're dreaming about those a little bit.
Brandon, when we worked out the day before, I saw you making a few cuts and moves and dreaming about it. That's what I saw on that run, the long touchdown run. To get there, stretching it out at the end.
I'd be carted off back at the 50. Taken in the end zone. Running room at the 50. Look out. He's past the 30. He will score. And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for two? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
And this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Kill.
On third down, Rivers. Caught left side by Hilton. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Rivers to Hilton there. First down, Indy.
180. Hey, front 80. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
First and 10, Taylor now. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
You don't want no problems with me.
On second and 9, Rivers finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Second and 11 at the 41.
Switch out.
They run once more with Taylor. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with third and just a couple. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
180. Round 80. Right there, 56. You're not ready. Big ass. Mike, 56. Pick it up.
On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On first down, it's Taylor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. out. Here's Taylor. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
Bro.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Let's go! Let's go!
For the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
That's what I'm talking about. 56 to Mike, boys.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Oh, this is
Man,
taken
what?
in, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And on 4th and short, they snag a gain of over 30. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Dobbins, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Check 52.
A first carry now. This is Williams. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40.
That's what it is, baby. That's what it is.
All the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 55 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. That's one of those runs where you're thinking, is he going to run out of steam before he crosses the chalk? But he did not.
And whatever piano he had on his back, he was able to shed and make sure he got to the end zone. A terrific electric play.
His kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay.
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40, past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 73 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash.
They'll run it with Williams. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
41 Mike.
Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 72 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They are a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to slow them down, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Jackson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
56 to Mike.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run here with Dobbins. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Jackson now on 3rd down. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. To throw is Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Some might say that he's got looked at in and absorbed the contact, but even at his size, that's a tough throw to hold on to. And he was unable to on that attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Hey, pick your game up. Yellow. 41's the mic. Come on, D. Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? Watch the slant. Mike 41. Mike.
second down, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I thought it was going to give me more time than
3
that.
seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Yellow. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike. Hey, 41 Mike. 41 Mike.
From the 30 on second down, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the second.
Oh my God.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. Your little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. And it
I
leaves
mean, I
them
did
with
pick the
third
wrong
and
play.
long, and you know this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They'll run on first down. Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Mahomes to throw on second down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe. The fullback comes through with a big play there. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Ravens on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Ingram again. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead him to 4th down. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second down, Ingram. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
The Ravens on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. Being chased out left. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
Oh,
and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. An opportunity for them to salt this game away after that 4th down stop we just witnessed as they hold a commanding 3-score lead in the 4th quarter. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards from the 13 now. They work on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.